I'm Rachel Sumner. I work for Grant Thornton in the Cambridge office and I'm an audit associate.
Hi, I am Jess and I am a finance director for a global haircare business called Philip Kingsley.
So in layman's term, my team works with businesses and we look to verify that their financial results are meaningful and true so that investors can make good decisions based on their financial statements.
My team are responsible for everything finance related, so if it has a pound sign, a dollar sign or a euro sign, it comes via us. So from the very start of the transactions, so accounting for purchase invoices, sales, but we've also got some really good investigation type work that goes on. We've got a commercial analyst and it's her job to report on all the trends and the interesting things that help us make decisions. And we have a lot of investigation in terms of why has this happened, why has that happened, correcting errors, to ultimately mean that the business has the information needed to make solid decisions.
So my role now is to essentially run the teams that are checking the financial statements. So I run the day-to-day managing of the team, the work allocation, the project management, that side of things.
I am the finance director, so my job is I sit above and I manage everyone, so as long as they're doing their jobs correctly, I'm able to maintain a forward-facing view. I'm there to answer questions and give advice to the whole business, so there's a lot of business partnering. I'm the right-hand person to the CEO, and I use the data information that we have to make good decisions to drive growth and drive efficiencies.
They are sort of similar to what I do on a day-to-day basis, where I, along with managing the team, I communicate with the managers and partners at the firm and I communicate with senior management in the business, and I just make sure the job's running smoothly and it gets done.
It's cliche, but no day is the same. On a day-to-day, I make sure that the finance team are running smoothly and make sure the leadership team have everything they need to operate their parts of the functions correctly. And I make sure that we are compliant, that we are safe and that we are law-abiding and that we are financially performing very well.
The support I've received so far is mainly in terms of using the website and using their chat function to ask questions, particularly with exam resources. So I've had key communications from emails and updates and just used their website for exam resources.
Support from the ICAEW is as much or as little as you want. They are there with resources. The building, the Chartered Accountants Hall, is spectacular. I've had some really good training courses there. The library is brilliant for just a drop-in space, but ultimately you can use the ICAEW as much or as little as you want.
Balancing studying and working is a very hard skill to learn, but I am balancing it. I think the main thing I've learned to do is to try and give myself a bit of personal time and not be so hard on myself to work constantly. It is difficult, but it was something that you sort of get to grips with quite easily.
Balancing studying and working wasn't too difficult. I was very fortunate that we had blocks of time. So I had a block of time to study and then a block of time to work, and that was carved out in our diaries. But having said that, when you're getting closer to exam time, you had to work during the day, and then you were looking at studying in the evening and the weekends. I typically have what I call a 6-week lockdown, which basically meant every weekend and every evening for that 6 weeks leading up to the exam was a no-go zone. So if you're willing to give up 6 weeks, then the balancing isn't too bad.